Breitling fanboy checking in here. No, it's random Rob. But anyway, I am a Breitling fanboy. This is the Breitling Classic AVI or Aviation Chronograph 42 millimeter Curtis Warhawk P40. I know it's a lot. I'll put a link in the description to either Breitling or Saltzman's. I can't remember if Saltzman's had this one on their Breitling list, but it's sent from Saltzman's, and they're my recommended authorized dealer for Breitling. So that's why they work with me, and I, tell you guys to definitely pick up your Breitlings from an authorized dealer, preferably Saltzman's in Rhode Island. Link in the description. Richard and the entire crew there are great to deal with. Tell them I sent you, and I think you'll be very happy with your purchase. But this guy here, very cool watch, and a little deceiving in its titling because it says it's a 42, but really the case is a 41 and the bezel is a 42. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Before we do, let's take a look at the price point. It is $6,100. It is a luxury watch. It is Breitling. So what do we have for that price point? Let's zoom in and take a look at those measurements. There we go. That's probably close enough. So, like I said, 41 millimeter case, 42 millimeter bezel. That's what you have. It is a bi-directional clicking bezel, so it can track a second time zone if you would like. The lug-to-lug is only 47.9 millimeter. Again, that's a shorter lug-to-lug that you typically see than you would typically see with Breitling. Thickness 14.9. Keep in mind, it's an automatic chronograph. Let's go ahead and start that. It is inside is the automatic chronograph movement called Breitling Caliber 23, which is a worked over Valjoux 7753. So Breitling, redoes the entire movement. It's not like it's just a bog standard 7753. Everything Breitling does is chronometer grade as well, COSC. So 14.9, not super thick for an automatic chronograph. Lug width here, pretty wide. I actually measure, weirdly, 21.5 millimeter. I think I measured that correctly. Bracelet tapers down to 18. You do have a butterfly clasp. Not my favorite, but it works for this watch. Of course, you have screw pins for these links. Very nice touch with the signed Breitling there. And a very nicely sized screw down 7.5 millimeter signed crown, keeping the 100 meter water depth rating on this thing. So the Curtis Warhawk P40, that's an aircraft. You can read up on that if you want. Check out this sapphire crystal though. Breitling's known for doing amazing anti-reflective coating on the top and bottom side. We have that here. But what we have on this one that is different from all other ones that I've noticed is, and I don't know if it's just because of how, domed up or boxed it is and then double domed, but this like rainbow color effect on the edges of the crystal is very playful, very fun, and it doesn't ever really go away. I mean, if you're looking at it at a good legible angle, like it's there, and I dig it because it's not obtrusive. It's not interfering with the telling of time or anything like that. It's just there, and it kind of adds to the dimension of the watch. Nice weight to this. I did not weigh it, but the flow on these Breitling bracelets is phenomenal. If you have not experienced one, definitely go into your authorized dealer for Breitling. If you're in the northeast coast of the U.S., make sure it's Saltzman's. They have 2 locations. I highly recommend the Newport location just because it's a great town to visit, great storefront, and it's, that's where Richard is. He's awesome, and maybe Evan will stop by too. So back to this guy here. We got the chronograph running. Let's go ahead and stop that and reset that. Snaps back instantly. Everything lines up really good. Now we zoom back out. Let's pop this on my wrist. See what this, I obviously didn't size it. This is a brand new watch. I didn't even peel the stickers off it. There's a lot more brushing and polishing that is hard to capture on this thing because of the stickers, but it wears super good on wrist. I miss having a Breitling. I had those divers, right? The Super Oceans. But I think if I'm ever going to own a Breitling again, I'm going to probably go chronograph. I mean, that's kind of like what they're iconically known for, is the chronographs. And this could be on the list. I don't think it'll be a Navitimer. It'll be something a little more sporty. I really do like the top time. But some of these ones like this, just really work very good on wrist. So let me know what you guys think. Do you own a Breitling? Would you like to own a Breitling? Do you kind of agree with me? We want, if we're going to do a Breitling, we want a little bit of bling. We want the chronograph. Those are kind of the categories that I would highlight when I'm looking at the Breitling watches. Of course, they have great dive watches too, but that's easy, you know? Chronographs, that's awesome. And so is the loom. And they even loomed out one of the subdial registers. That's pretty cool. Excellent loom on this thing. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you tell the crew at Saltzman's that I sent you. Get the best deal possible. I'll see you on the next vid.